first thing that I want to talk about? I'm going to get right into it. And I've talked about this in several episodes before. But if you want to sell ebooks, you want to start with the perfect topic. That is the most important thing. Like if no one wants what you are talking about, then it won't sell. You get what I'm saying? So let's take a deep dive into this, okay? So look, when you choose a compelling ebook topic, you want to know your audience. You want to know what your audience likes, dislikes, etc. And we talked about this last week a little bit about the type of audience that you want to niche down to. And it doesn't have to be so niche. It could be general, but it can be even more niche. Like example, I'll give you an example in a few minutes, right? The second thing is that you want to research your trends. Now, we definitely talked about this last week about researching your trends, using Amazon to do all of that. And it is very important because you want to choose topics that people are already purchasing. And you want to, third, solve a problem. Okay, I say affirmation books are great and planners and notebooks, all these, they're great. But what problem are you solving, right? You are solving a problem that they can find from anybody. When you solve a problem, you are bringing your expertise to the table. So an example would be a life coach. I have many life coaches inside of my community, but a life coach could be looking at an audience, which is moms. And this is busy moms. This mom could be working a full-time job. This mom could be having 2 or 3 kids. This mom maybe she's a single mom. And so she got a lot of things going on. Well, she also knows that this single mom has a problem with managing her time. So she can put an ebook together on time management for busy moms. When you niche down like this, you can expect plus or minus. I always do plus or minus because sometimes it can be a little higher, sometimes it can be a little lower, right? An increase in engagement. And what do I mean by an increase in engagement? We're talking about an increase in clicks, people clicking. We also talking about an increase in people purchasing. Okay, so when you target down, niche down, you can expect 150% engagement from what you already are doing, right? Miss Kim says, right? Good point. The book has to be about them and not what you want to give them. Yes. And you can sprinkle a little bit in that, like what you want to give them, but also what they want. It's all about how you positioning the title and who you're talking to. Be clear on who you are talking to. That is really important. Good point. All right, so what's the next thing? What's the next secret? The next secret is creating engaging content. Now, you're probably saying, hey, Lisa, what you talking about? Create engaging content. Well, you know content inside of the book is important, but there are other things that are important to this ebook to make sure that it sells. And let me break that down to you, okay? So, tips and techniques for captivating your readers. 1, you want a strong introduction. You want to hook your readers from the start. And we talk about hooks all the time. Think about magazine covers, y'all. Y'all know when we bought magazines that there was always a title on the top of that magazine that made us grab it and then open it up to read the article. Sometimes right in the grocery store. Those are hooks. So you want to create a hook. I like to say your hook should be your subtitle. So you give the name of the book and your subtitle should be the hook that captures people to want to open the book or click on it, look at the table of contents, or put it into their Amazon cart if you're going to sell it on Amazon. So that is what's going to hook them. The second thing is going to be the stories. Make your content relatable with real life examples. Now, let me just say this to you because some of you might know this. You guys know I already sell done for you content. I sell done for you content because I have busy coaches that need assistance in helping them get their digital products together. I create these done for you content with general topics. They're specific, right? And they're niche down, depending on how you flip it around. But what takes the done for you ebook or course or whatever I'm offering to the next level is adding personal stories. When you add personal stories, no one can come compare to what you already have offer, because your stories are going to be different for everybody. Like, I got a lot of stories in my bag, and I'm going to be real honest with you. I realize that I'm not sharing enough of those stories with you about where I've been and how I got here. I just assume, back in the day, I talked about it enough, but I don't think I share it enough. And that's important. That your stories are always going to be continuously told to new people who are coming to meet you. Good morning, Arnetta. Okay? So good stories help to solidify that you are the go-to person and turning your expertise into something that people will buy. Okay? That's important. I hope that makes sense what I just said. So let me give you a full screen. Again, putting your stories into your products and your offers are going to be really important into your ebook. I just shared a story with y'all just by telling you that I'm not sharing a story enough with you. That was a story, you see? So be more mindful. Everything doesn't have to be cookie cutter. It just has to be you. And the more that you can put your personality in something, that is what's going to sell people. So the more you can put your stories or your personality in your ebook, it is going to captivate your readers. The next thing are actionable tips. One of the things that I dislike the most when people tell me stuff, right? They tell me what I might be not doing right. And I say, well, how? What do I need to do? Right? Some people say you need to be more active. You need to be more activist and all this other kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, how do you do that? You are talking to me, right? Not or at me, and not sharing what I need to do next. And a lot of times we just assume that people can read between the lines. I'm not good at reading between nobody's lines. I need for you to tell me what I need to do. And what I love about my clients, they tell me, they ask me, so what are the steps, Elise? Like, give me the steps. And some of them might turn what I share with them into steps. So they're looking for action steps. You want to include those action steps as well in your ebook. So don't be so caught up in telling the stories, which stories, like I said, are very captivating. But people want to know what the next steps are. What do I do next? Now that I've read this, what action should I take after reading this chapter? And again, it doesn't have to be like, oh, save the world. It could be actually write down your thoughts in your journal about what you read. Or if you haven't been spending enough time with yourself, do a morning day out, right? I don't know if you guys have read what is the name of that book? It has morning pages. I cannot remember the name of the book. The Artist's Way. The Artist's Way. There's a book called The Artist's Way. I love it. My art teacher gave it to me like years ago. It was required reading in the class. But The Artist's Way, one of the things that you had to do was your morning pages, which was to write down your thoughts in the morning. And then it was another one, which was called like a $5 field trip. And you would actually go out and buy something creative for $5. Okay. That was something that got me so excited of finding something that would spark my creativity. And it gave me a limit, like $5. Like, can you imagine trying to find something for $5? Well, back in the day, we didn't have the dollar store. We didn't have Five and Below and all this kind of stuff. So finding something for $5 that would spark our creativity was a challenge, but a good challenge in a way. So that's what I mean by having action steps to help people, motivate them, captivate them to continue to read and to buy other products, because that's the purpose of these ebooks. And why we are creating ebooks as part of our coaching business offers is to take people to the next level in our offerings. Okay. And then the next thing is visuals and layout. A lot of us struggle on this part. I get it. Using images, infographics, and a clean layout to enhance your readability. It is important to have a good layout, okay? You necessarily don't have to be a great designer, because Canva has tons of templates to help you, right? You can just go and do ebook templates and they all pop up. You can do ebook graphics, all kinds of stuff. Ebook covers, they're all pop up in Canva. All you have to do is tweak it and add your own. Now for me, I know it comes a little easier. I am a graphic designer by trade, by studies and all this kind of stuff. So I can take something, I can start from scratch. But honestly, I don't have time for that. I don't want to start from scratch when there are beautiful templates already inside of Canva that I can work with. So one of the things that I definitely include in all of my trainings are templates for my clients. It can be mock-ups, it can be ebook templates. So those who are taking my ebook mastery course that is starting next Wednesday, you're going to get ebook templates. So that all you got to do is plug and play. All you got to do is plug and play. You don't got to worry about designing. It's all there for you, right? I'm even going to do a training on how to customize the templates as well. So that's how important layout and design is when it comes to your ebook. And you want it to stand out. You don't want it to be just plain Jane. Although I'm a plain Jane person, I'd still like visuals to be pretty, and I want the visuals to be relatable to me. Okay, got me. All right, so if all of this is making sense to you, please, y'all know what you need to do. I need for you to go ahead and like this video, because liking this video lets YouTube know that you are enjoying what you're watching, right? And if you're watching me on Facebook or any other place that you can share, go ahead and share the video as well, because sharing is caring. And that just helps it get out to more feeds. It helps me get more views. It just shows the love. So if you can go ahead and do that, like this video, share this video, I really appreciate that, because sharing is caring. All right. So let's keep going. Well, before we keep going, let me take a little swig. I'm getting a little thirsty. Last week, I forgot to bring me something to drink, and I thought I was going to choke one time doing a presentation. I thought I was going to choke. So if you are new to live streaming and you're thinking about starting your own show, which I encourage you to start a once a week show. That can be a podcast or video, YouTube video. Doesn't necessarily have to be live. But if you do it live, you should have something to drink nearby, because I'm telling you, you would choke. Okay, so let's keep going. Yes, Arnetta, I'm okay. I am. All right. So boosting your sales. Now, we have spent time talking about the topics, making sure your topic is what people want. We talked about having, good visuals, having it captivating so people can actually want to read it. Now, how do we get these sales? How do we get these sales? Well, then let me show you. Okay. So, proven strategies to market and sell your ebook. Hello, Chantel. How you doing? Looking all pretty there. Okay. So, proven strategies to market and sell your ebook. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it always and talk about it continuously. You should be building an email list. And when you build an email list, you build and leverage an email list to promote your ebook. So anytime you create a new ebook, maybe some of y'all might be feeling a little fancy, and you create a new ebook every month. Oh, that would be awesome. Well, you should be promoting that ebook to your email list. And let me just say this, I'm not trying to put y'all on blast. But if you have an email list and you're not emailing your email list at least weekly, shame on you. Because those people have said yes. They have raised their hands and says, I want more info from you. Give me more. And you have these emails just sitting in a, platform, not doing anything. They gave you their email address. They trusted you with their email address because they want something from you. They want to hear from you. So if you're not sending out an email once a week, hello, Felicia. Shame on you, and we need to work on that. I'm working on a project right now that you can send out emails every week. I'm working on that because I know some of us do struggle with emails. But it's really, really important that you guys do send out emails to your list. Now, I know I've heard that some of us are sending out emails once a month. I want to say that's great. I'm going to say this. It is good that you sending out something. Once a month is not enough, because just look at your emails right now. Some people send out an email every single day. Some of these companies send out emails twice a day. And I know you're probably saying, but these people will unsubscribe because I'm sending too much info to them. You know what? They're going to leave your list. I mean, they're going to unsubscribe anyway. You want them off your list anyway, because if you're paying for a service, every person that's on your email just costs you. So you rather have people on your email list who really wants to be there, okay? Arnetta says she doesn't send emails. I know. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, though. We are going to get there. I know that, okay? So let me get back. Let me get back to what I was talking about. So we want to be engaging with our email list, okay? Y'all got that. We also want to use social media. Use platforms where your audience is active, okay? And some of us are really, really good at this. Some of us are on all platforms. I know I am. I do have favorite platforms that I'm more on, and some platforms I just like to be there and not more salesy kind of person. I'm just there. But guess what? On every one of those platforms that allow me to have a link in the bio, I have a link in that bio, even if I'm only there for fun, that I'm not using that platform for business. It's fun. I guarantee you, I think that's from I don't know where that comes from, but I guarantee you, if you go to my platforms, there is a link in the bio that takes you somewhere. And guarantee you, if I was putting out an ebook every single month, that link in the bio would be a link to my ebook. So right now, I want you guys, if you can, I want you to stay with me first. But when you get off, I want you to make sure you go to your platforms that you're on. And I want you to check to make sure that there's a link in that bio. And I don't care where that link goes. I don't care if that link goes back to your other social media profiles. Because if you have nothing to offer, that is fine. It is okay right now. But I do want you to get in the habit of having that link every single where. Every single where, right? I know that wasn't a word, but I want it to be everywhere, right? Then, when you're sending out emails, when your linker is in your bio and you're active on your social media, now you're ready for collaborations. You want to partner with influencers or other coaches to expand your reach. Y'all heard that, right? So when you have a new ebook out, you should reach out to other coaches and say, hey, I've got an ebook out and I would love to share it with your audience. Now, here's the good thing. You could share the ebook out for free, or you can share it as a special discount. But this only happens when you already sending out emails, because that means if you're sending out emails, you probably understand the concept of funnels and all that kind of stuff. And you only should do this when you have an active social media. Then you collaborate. You collaborate with influencers, and you collaborate with others who are already inside of your community that you have a close niche with, right? There should be some collaboration going on. That's how you market an ebook. So my husband was an example of this for me, okay? He gets all like the nitty gritty from me. I'm always testing. He's my little test dummy sometimes. So my husband had a new book, and it was called Money Rules for Black America. It's really phenomenal. And I don't even think it's on his site anymore. But anywho, what we did, he's in personal finance, right? He used his email list and he used Facebook. And he sold 51 copies of Money Rules for Black America in his first month. It was $27 for this ebook. It is really detailed. It's really, really good. And if I can, he's not home right now, but if you guys are interested in this, I will ask him to definitely send you the link, or he can give me the link and I'll send it to you. But he used his email list. My husband has an email list that is larger than mine. Like, his email list is bigger than mine. And luckily, I had already pushed him about like 60 days before, like, hey, I need for you to be engaging with your email because we're going to be putting this new ebook out. And thank God he was, because when he sent it out to his email list, he got sales. He got sales because he had been engaging. And then he posted it on his Facebook page. He posted it like every day. He talked about the content that was in the book and said, hey, if you want more detail about it, get the link. He sold 51 copies in that first month, and it was $27.